Hello everyone. Pardon me. Hello everyone and welcome. This again we're trying another test here with the widescreen. This time I'm not gonna edit it, so any mess ups are going to stay in the video in hopes that this is gonna work right. Now, this is gonna be the Game of the Year thing, yeah. So basically, I came down to how I want to do this, because I mean, there's obviously games that came out that I have either not started, finished, or playing now and haven't finished. So for it to qualify for anything, I had to be worst ending, best ending, something. I had to be in it. So keep that in mind. Again, this is just me. This isn't the definition of Game of the Year and shit. Oh. So, don't freak out or anything. It's just what I enjoyed in the year and what I would say was my favorites and such. This is not official or anything, obviously, that. So, there's no need to wage about it or anything. Anyway, honorable mentions. Honorable mentions are basically what I think would have great chances of qualifying for any of this that I have not either started, beaten, or playing but haven't beaten. So anyway, first, as we already know, I've just started playing it, but I think it would have easily qualified for some. But I just started playing it. I haven't gotten around to it. And I had it since it came out. It's the limited edition version of it, and so far I have to say I'm actually, aside from the dungeons being completely different, so far I'm enjoying it. The few new things added to it, and the sequel is going to add a whole bunch of new elements. Now here's one. I wish there was an easy way to record on DS. I'm still very iffy about how I would want to do Let's Play for a DS game. It's pretty tricky, but this is definitely a very good DS game. It was really lucky that Xseed gave America this game too, because Nintendo's giving Europe it, and nobody was going to give it to us until they said, "Yeah, we'll do it." So, I love the soundtrack too. Very nice soundtrack. Professor Layton in The Last Spectre. I have not started The Last Spectre yet, so, but considering all three Professor Layton games, to me, have a very good running. The second one, The Diabolical Box, being my personal favorite, because of very small thing in the first one, two small things in the first one, and one small thing in the third one. But they're still all excellent games, and I'm sure that The Last Spectre will not disappoint me, and I do look forward to when I start. Now, something I had started but haven't finished. Now, technically, this is a bit of wishy-washy choice here, because technically it came out. Like, its original release was in 10, but its console releases as physical copies in, I think, DLC too. I think because it came out on the PS3 as DLC, and then they got physical version on the PS3 and the Wii, and I'm pretty sure it's on 360, but I'm not 100% on that. But either way, I'm gonna count since the Wii version came out in 2011, so it's kind of wishy-washy though. So, but Back to the Future was very fun so far, and I do want to do more of it. I'm hoping it will have a very good ending, that'll make the whole thing worthwhile and that. But obviously I haven't finished it, so I can't really declare it as anything of that. Now, I have kind of a two-way thing here. How should I say this? I don't really have too many complicated choices here. Basically, let's just get out of the way. what I chose, oh look, sneak peek, what I choose as my personal game of the year is Dark Souls. I really enjoyed Dark Souls, and I've been looking forward to Dark Souls ever since they announced that they were going to make a sequel to Demon Souls. It's fun, it's an excellent challenge, and they did changes and such that help balance the online aspects. I like the Covenant ideas, and people are still trying to figure out what the freaking hell the pendant does. It's pretty hard to keep a sequel in a game these days for a long time, and FromSoft has a pretty notorious reputation for doing it. But I know Dark Souls is not a game that is not for everyone. It is a particular type of and that's why I said, it's just what I liked. I liked it. I'm not usually into the giant mainstream titles of that, something like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and that. I mean, I play FPSs, but they don't generally impress me most of the time. Sequel of the year, I would have to give the Portal 2. Portal 2 was a pretty good sequel to something that was just a little puzzle game that came as an additional item on the orange box. Portal 2 had a lot more story, which some people are iffy about that. The co-op is awesome idea. And I love how they integrated Steam on PS3. Lovely idea. Good way to screw over Microsoft and the money grubbiness with your download content. Good job. Now get Left 4 Dead on the PS3, because I'm kind of missing that game, and I don't have gold anymore because price increase, and I was like, screw that. Anyway. Now I had a bit of an iffy choice here. I wanted to pick a new IP of the year thing, and I want to make an honorable mention IP game, Lost in Shadow. Now some people might be going, wait, Lost Shadow was a game from 2010. It was a game from 2010 for the rest of the world. It came out in January 11 for America. So technically for America, this is a 2011 game. Sorry. If we don't go by that logic, good lord, there would be all kinds of weird games with weird dates trying to go to the original Japanese release or Western release date, and it'd be all confusing. So, that's where we're going. Lost in Shadow is a very excellent game, and sadly did not get on. A lot of people didn't pay much attention to it. It's a real shame. I really enjoyed it. The only thing is, I thought a good portion to the game, it started seeming like it was dragging a little. But overall, it's still a pretty good game. Nice IP, like the unique idea of trying to do something different. It's a shame. The odds are this game will probably never get a sequel of any kind. Because first thing, Hudson Soft was devoured by Konami, so Hudson Soft doesn't exist as the same being it was, and I don't think Konami has any interest really in most of Hudson's library, so, but who knows. But anyway, with honorable mentions aside now, the IP of the year, new IP of the year, has to go to Catherine. That's right, Catherine. It's a bizarre game, a dating sim puzzle game. Be honest though, I really wish the dating aspect was a lot more, it seemed it was more there. That, I would say that's the biggest weakness in Catherine, that the dating element is pretty easy to use to your advantage. Like people trying to get every trophy or achievement in one playthrough, they go halfway in the game, save there, and to make a separate save, because at that point all the questions you can alternate between all the different endings and such. So But Catherine is still a very enjoyable game. It's a new IP, and it's something I really did enjoy. And hopefully Atlas does something more with the franchise. Obviously, as you can see, if you never saw my video on the Deluxe, I do have a video for it. If you look under my updates playlist, you can find it if you want to look in the contents. But I really hope they do a little more with the franchise. They always said they basically are making it a franchise, but no one really knows if that means it's going to be another game. There's always, I believe, a novel on the way based on the game. But I'd like to see another game. I'd like to see them do some improvements, though, not just spit out the same thing. But those are basically my mentions. Games I really enjoyed, you know. You probably like the no PSP or that, no real console exclusives. I was thinking about doing like exclusive for each system, but you know, really there aren't a lot of there are exclusives, but they're pretty far and few these days. You know, most companies are trying to put their stuff on as many consoles as they can, so it's kind of toughy in that. And also throw out remakes and ports. Do not make this list unless, and by ports I mean not like Back to the Future PC to the console. That what I mean is like basically, okay. I mean basically like you know, the Genesis collection, like on the 360 and PS3. Those are ports of a really old game. Like recently, like that's nothing really odd. That just being like, you know, old stuff being just, you know, copy paste on new thing from a really old, different generation time period. And then remakes not generally being counted either, like you know, Persona 2 Innocent Sin on the PSP is basically a port, slight remake. Well, it's kind of both. I mean, it's kind of iffy. I generally don't use the remake title unless there's a lot of changes and it doesn't look too similar to its original, so it's kind of iffy. But anyway, I haven't played my PSP in a lot, so I didn't really generally have much for this year to really go off of that I've even played. I mean, I did get Fate, which but I did not get to play that yet. So, but anyway, that's just a few things I liked, that, and hopefully no good year for games, you know. I'm waiting to hear about a new Souls game from Soft.